Thank you for finding the time to take care of yourself today. And why not allow yourself to breathe in and breathe out and cave into gravity. Closing your eyes now. Breathing in. Breathing out the heaviness. Relaxing into your body, into your chair, into your breath. Breathing in and breathing out. And sometimes clients tell me they feel so heavy, except when they're eating or need to use the bathroom. And you can feel heavy, very heavy, solid but a tiny bit squeezable, almost like you want to hug it. You're perfect, just as you are. And I'm curious to know if things that are squeezable, are huggable, and there is heavy breathing. And yet it can be slightly different to I'm going for a run, heavy breathing. And you can be solid and squeezable, huggable, can't you? A heavy solid, rich, that magical arrangement of light and colour without stopping, and the partial pleasure of an elegant visit of weight. I wonder if it's a rising marvelous wave or a vaporous emptiness, the brilliance of deporting your own body a little bit this way, a little bit that way. And there are many ways to be here, to experience existence. And you can look for the instantaneity of light, the rolling of tones, the exploding fanfare of a sunset, the blazing ring of copper, red bleeds and flare. And I wonder if the next time you go for a short walk to the letterbox, around the block, or just to the end of the street, if you might notice something different. And you can think of 5 minutes. Not too difficult to think about that. And a watch can run slow or fast. Be wrong even a minute, even 2 minutes, 5 minutes. Or if you'd like to make it half an hour or an hour, what's the difference? Not an important difference. All the same. Lots of times you maybe had to wait a second or two. You made it again and again. 47 minutes. What's the difference? To stop and think. No great difference. Nothing important. Just like 50 minutes, 60 minutes. Anybody that can wait half an hour can wait an hour. I know it. You are learning. Not bad to learn. In fact, come to think of it, you had to wait when someone got ahead of you. And you can again. An hour and 5 minutes. An hour, 5.5 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 hours. You've got a decade, quarter of a century or half a century's practice behind you. Why not use that? That wisdom. But let's not get too positive just yet. And one can say they love their husband and at the same time think, but he drives me crazy. And you might think that about yourself. You love yourself. But I drive myself a bit crazy. And that's okay. You're perfect, just as you are. And some people say, trust your guts, which is a skill, a great sense of intuition, except when it isn't. Which reminds me of the city of Troy, the Trojan horse. When the Greeks hid inside a giant wooden horse. But it was so much more than that. They had to hide their ships away to make the Trojans believe that they had fled from their invasion. What a great plan it was. They entered the city of Troy inside that wooden horse and won the war. Or Operation D-Day, commanded by General George Patton. The plan to deceive the Nazis, using a corpse thrown from an aeroplane with secret plans attached to it. But it was so much more than that. They built a ghost army of inflatable tanks. They had to plan everything, from bullets to food, and use temporary harbours to move equipment onto the beach. Or the Leaning Tower of Pisa, the bell tower, who it still remains a mystery of who originally designed the architecture plans that took 199 years to build. And it was intended to be straight. And today you can see on Google, people still don't quite understand what makes the Leaning Tower of Pisa beautiful. And it's mainly made out of white marble with little intricate patterns. And maybe it is the light, the white light. White contains all the wavelengths of the visible spectrum, which means all the wavelengths are being reflected. And none of them being absorbed. Maybe it is the light that makes the little bell tower, the Leaning Tower of Pisa, so beautiful. And Anthony Gaudi had a grand plan. The Sagrada Familia started construction in 1882 near Barcelona, still not yet completed. The famous Roman Catholic Church just might be completed in 2026. And Gaudi was a visionary whose modern architecture is still contemporary today. Its bright, vibrant mosaic tiles, lunar blue, speckled opulence, its use of wrought iron, sandstone, never-ending curves and surprises. And one of the best parts about the Sagrada Familia is watching the sunlight seep through the stained glass window and you get a sense that Gaudi loved playing with light, with no lines or flat surfaces. Some feel as though they're in a holy forest, and the tiny bits of sun rays are trying to reach them. But this is your life. And people don't come to see professionals like me to change their past. They come to change their future. And everything you do now you do with ease and comfort. Getting dressed, you know your socks go on before your shoes. To test the temperature of water before you get into the shower. Put a tiny bit of oil in the pan before you start cooking. Chew your food before you swallow. Lock the door when you leave the house. Use shaving cream before you shave. And there was a time when none of us knew how to do that. And none of us knew how to tie our own shoelaces. But one day, you did it, and you did it all by yourself. You have skills you don't even know you have yet. Skills that are just starting. Skills that you haven't tried. You are so special. No one else has your wisdom, your life experience, your interpretation of the world, your DNA, and no one ever will. And you've managed to lower your blood pressure, slow down your heart rate, and focus with intense concentration without me asking that of you. That's how special you are. You are a masterpiece of life. And maybe the heaviness is because you're carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders. Because you know you can. And you can plan your life. And you can make the finer distinctions in the heaviness that's squeezable. And if squeezable things can be hugged. And you can hug yourself now. I wonder in the future if you might just begin to notice those moments of instantaneity, the little bits of time that are malleable. 5 minutes, 2 hours, 49 minutes. Because everyone that can wait a quarter of a century can wait to put into practice your decades of wisdom. And when you're ready, you can begin to wriggle your fingers and toes, breathing heavier, lighter, and you can open your eyes. You're fabulous, just as you are.